Welcome back, traders. Thank you so much for stopping by and taking a few minutes of your time to learn how to trade effectively. This is the purpose of my channel, is to teach you guys how to approach the markets with precision. Alright, so if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, that way you get notifications of future recordings like this. But today's recording is going to be about what you see in front of you. I thought trading was hard until I learned this. And the steps that you see here is what you're going to want to take with this strategy. So let's get right into it. All right, so this strategy, I learned this not too long ago, and I came across it on YouTube. And so I'm not going to take credit for it. I'm just, teaching you what I learned. So basically, it's a simple strategy. It's done on the 12-hour time frame. Okay, so what you want to do, you want to get TradingView. Okay, the link is going to be on my website. If you don't already have TradingView, it's a free charting platform. It gives you a lot of information about technical analysis. You can do technical analysis on it and fundamental analysis, and you can also look at the chart based on the pairs that you're going to be trading on TradingView. So right now we're looking at gold. Gold has been ripping upward. It's on an upward trajectory, and the reason why is because it's a safe haven. People like to buy gold, especially towards the end of the year, before the new year, to save money and for tax purposes and so on and so forth. So gold has actually been trading very, very aggressively on an upside. But in this particular strategy, what you want to do is follow the instructions that you see on your screen. Number one, you're going to want to do this twice a day. You're going to go to the 12-hour time zone or frame, and you're going to look for this candle pattern. So let me pull up the candle pattern so that way you guys know exactly what you're going to be looking for. Okay. And once you see this pattern, I'm going to swing it over here. Once you see this 3-candle pattern developing on the charts, you're going to want to execute a trade, okay, on the very next candle. Okay, now again, this is not advice. You do this if you wish. You could add it to your trading plan. I do this. I'm going to start doing this with my trading plan, implementing it for myself. But I encourage you to do your own back testing, do your own due diligence to see if this strategy would work for you. Okay, so there's no guarantee of income. There's no such thing as 100% win rate. But this, if you do it consistently on a regular basis, based on your own back testing, you could look at anywhere from 65 to 75% ratio going forward. So comment below if you're going to try this or add this to be part of your trading plan going forward. So you're going to look for these 3 candles here. Okay, you're going to find these 3 candles on the bottom of a uptrend, because this is a reversal happening. So it's going to be a market structure shift. Okay, and let me pull up this here to show what I'm talking about. So the market will be shifting. So it's going to be trending lower. Okay, it's going to shift the trend higher. Okay, so once you see this happening in the charts, you're going to want to execute your trade on the very next candle. Now these candles are 12-hour candles, so it's twice a day. So you're going to come open your charts at 1700, which is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you live on the Eastern Standard Time area, and then again 12 hours later, which is 5 a.m. in the morning. So you can pretty much do this twice a day. Okay, so that's what you're going to be looking for. So what are you going to do to implement this trade? Basically, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, pull that up. Okay, so once you identify this pattern, okay, candlestick pattern, you're going to want to enter the trade on the very next candle. So you're going to have to wait, right? the very next candle, 12 hours later, and you're going to set your stop loss below the last candle. Okay, and you're going to set your take profit or close the trade on the very next candle. So you're going to come back 12 hours later to see where you will be closing out your trade. Now, you can set it for a 1-to-1. That's up to you. But typically, you'll come back 12 hours, and before that candle closes, you want to exit your trade. Okay, so let's do a deep dive. We'll do some back testing. I marked up the charts to show you exactly what you'll be looking for when you go to your charts and start back testing this as well. So you're going to be looking for those patterns, that pattern. Once you see it, place your trade on the next candle. You're going to set your stop loss below the second candle. Okay, and you're going to close the trade on the next candle. Okay. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Hold on. On the next candle. On the next candle, so you have to wait 12 hours to see where that candle has if it's closer to a point where you could take profit, or if it closes at break even, you might want to consider closing your trade at that particular time as well. So let's do some back testing to see what this is all about. Okay, so this is, and I'll leave this up here, you guys can take notes. So this is gold, XAU USD versus US dollar. So we already know, if we're looking at the 12-hour, now if you don't have the 12-hour interval or time frame on your chart, you're going to click on this here, add custom intervals. Once you click that, you're going to put it in minutes, well actually hours, right? You're going to go to hours, and you're going to put 12 in here. Now I already have it, so it's not going to let me save it. So once you put 12 here, you're going to click add, and then once you do that, you'll see the 12-hour pop up on your favorites. And you just put a star here, okay, to make it your favorite. So as you can see, it's right here on the top left. It's a 12-hour interval. Okay, so what we're going to be looking for is that candle pattern. So let me pull that up again. Okay, this is the candle pattern. Put this over here. And whenever you see a dip, we're going to be looking for that candle pattern. Okay, so this is gold, like I said, but let's back test this. Okay. Alright, so does this look like that pattern? Let's take a look at it again. You have bearish candle, okay, and a reversal candle, and a bullish engulfing candle, right? So this is a 3-pattern setup here. So we have a bearish candle, we have this candle right here, and this you can pretty much get away with because it does look like it. So what you do is, this is the candle, right? Now you're going to want to enter the trade for a long position on the very next candle, which is this candle here. You're going to set your stop loss below the second candle on the left, right? And then you want to exit on the very next candle 12 hours later, so it'll be right there. Close of that candle. Okay, and that would be a winning trade, right? So all in all, you got to look for 1, 2, 3 So 12, 12, 12. So each candle is 12 hours interval. And then once you identify the pattern, you'll enter on the very next candle, the low of the very next candle. Okay. And then you write it up, because this is another 12 hours. You gotta wait 12 hours. And then you close your candle at the close of this candle. So this will be a winning trade. It's a 0.93. Okay, so that's a winning trade. So let's look for it again. I'm going to go to the left here. And this, no, it may look like it, but we're not going to take that trade. Okay, here's the one right here. 1, 2, 3. This has a long wick below it. Okay, so this is a reversal candle right here, because the buyers are pushing up. And the very next candle, you got the bulls coming in, and you have a bullish engulfing candle, which is this candle. It's bigger than this candle. So this is the perfect setup. And what you want to do is, for a long position, you would get on the next candle. Okay. Set your stop loss below this candle right here, and you exit on this candle right here. Okay, so that's another winning trade. 0.62 is the ratio. Okay, it all depends on your lot size, and you also got to manage your account. It's all about money management. So this would be a winning trade as well. So you can mark that out as a win. Okay, so let's continue our journey left to see if we can find it again. See, this is not considered the pattern. This is not considered the pattern. This is considered the pattern right here. So bearish, but then you have this candle, even though it's not bearish, or a down candle, a black candle, you still have that pattern happening right here. Okay, so again, you would take your trade on the very next candle. So you wait for this whole setup to happen. Okay, and you place your trade here on this candle. Okay, on that candle. You place your stop loss where? Right here underneath this wick or this candle here. And you get out. On the next candle, 12 hours later. Okay. So this also would be another winning trade. Okay. Now that's exciting in itself, but you just have to have patience. You have to have patience. Because remember, it happens twice a day. So you're going to come in and look at the chart at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and if and then wake up at 5 a.m. to see if you would take the trade, depending on if the pattern is developing. So you have to wait for this pattern to happen before you would execute the trade. Okay, let's continue to back test to see if we can find another one. See, this is not considered one, although it would consider going up. But wait a minute. Yeah, it is one. It's right here. So you have a down candle, you have the reversal candle, and then you have a bullish engulfing candle. So this is the pattern right here as well. Okay, so you take your long tool, and I want you guys to practice this. Go to your chart, go to your favorite pair, and do this on the 12-hour interval. So you can do a long position. You're going to enter at the close of this candle. You're going to put your stop loss below right here, this candle. And you're going to stretch your TP to the next candle. Okay, and that would be a 0.63 ratio. You probably say, well, what about all this stuff that's happening here? Well, you could have actually maybe placed 2 trades in the market and close out one for a profit, and then move your stop loss to break even and let the other trade run to see if it would continue its journey upward. Because if you would have kept that second trade in the market, you would have had an opportunity to capitalize on all of this uptrend right here. Okay. All right, but there's no guarantees because the market will do whatever it wants to do. All right, so let's continue to back test this to see if we can find it again. Okay. Okay, here it is again, right here. Okay, I should box it up for you. Starting with this candle, this is the pattern that we're looking for right here. That's the pattern we're looking for right there. Okay, so once we identify the pattern, you're going to enter where? You're going to enter on this close of this candle. So you enter there, put your stop loss below this candle. I'm important that you do that. I'll mark that out for you. Right below this candle right there is where you would put your stop loss. Okay, and then, no, actually, yeah, that's the one. You're going to put your stop loss below this candle, and then you're going to write it up. But see, this particular trade would have taken you a couple of days to see profit, because you entered on this candle, right? Closing this candle, you place your entry. But see, then it came down and put you in drawdown. So you have a negative balance. Okay, you're not losing your money until you actually close the account. So all you see is red. All you see is a negative number. Okay, but if you were patient enough and allow the trade to do what it needs to do, whether take your profit or hit your stop loss. Okay, I know nobody wants to see a negative balance, but remember, you don't lose any money until you actually close it out. So if you kept the trade in play, you notice that on this particular candle, there's a reversal right in the middle. There's a doji candle right there, which is a reversal. Okay, so if you would have been patient enough to take this trade and ride it out, because it never really hit your stop loss, right? It didn't come down and hit the stop loss. It just came down here. But then it took a couple of hours, right? So 12 times 3, like 36 hours, right? 12, 36 hours. But then on this candle, which is another 12 hours, so 48 hours later, you would actually got into profit mode on that candle. So, but yet it never hit your stop loss. So you can set it and forget it, walk away, and let the actual trade get to the point of profitability, and then you can close out the account, or you could set it for this would have been a ratio of 0.56. Okay, if you had kept put in 2 trades, close out the first trade so you have money in the bag, then reduce your risk by putting the second trade, moving the stop loss to break even, which means you wouldn't have made any money if the trade went against you. But if you rolled it out, you would have collected all these pips here with a winnable trade there as well. So hopefully you guys are getting the gist of this trading strategy. I think I'm going to be doing this trading strategy throughout 2026, because I've been back testing it. As you can see here, I've been back testing it, trying to identify the actual pattern, and then setting, putting this as a long position and see whether or not I would be in profit. So this would have been another profitable trade. This would have been another profitable trade because the pattern is right here. Okay, And again, I can box it up to show you what I'm talking about. So you have your down candle, your reversal candle, and you have that third candle right there. You would enter right here. Just get this tool. You would have entered right there. And then, hey, there you go. The next candle, you close the trade, and you profited off of that pattern right there. So I've been back testing. I encourage you to do the back test as well. That way you can identify this pattern with your own eyes, because once you see it, you can't unsee it, and then you take your trade according to what you see in the pattern. Will there be losing trades? Yes. So be prepared for that. But so far, it's been a gem for me. And I just came across it, and I thought I'd put it on my channel so that you guys could actually learn the pattern as well, and take advantage of it, because it's identifiable. And all you gotta do, see the pattern's there, but it's also over here as well. It's happened twice. Okay, but see, if you would have took this one, it still wouldn't have hit your stop loss, because you would have put your stop loss below this candle, but then you put your stop loss below this candle, so the stop loss would have been below that candle right there. And then 12 hours later, you close out the trade, and this would have been a 0.39%. So you're probably saying, well, that's a low percentage, but it's still profit, because it adds up over time. Okay, so if you're taking a challenge and you're getting some consistent wins, this will help you pass your challenge. Okay, with the funded companies. If you have your own live account, this will help you be profitable throughout, a couple of weeks or months or whatever the case may be. But factor in the losing trades as well. And if you do a demo account, practice it on a demo account. I would encourage everybody to start with a demo account first, and then see, every 12 hours, come to the chart, execute the trade, and see if it'd be a win for you before you actually go live. Practice this for a good 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, so you can collect some data, because you want to journalize everything to say, hey, this is what I implemented, this is what I got out of that trading strategy, these are my wins, these are my losses, and see in the long run if it would work for you for 2026. Because I got really excited over this strategy, and I was like, man, it can't be that easy, right? It's never that easy. It's simple, but it's never easy. Trading is hard, but after learning this, I got really excited about the fact that you could learn how to trade off watching YouTube videos, okay? But you also need a mentor who can actually hold your hand through the whole process. They can look over your shoulder. You can share your notes, your screen shares, and say, hey, am I looking at this right? Is this the pattern that I should be looking at? And then that mentor will say yes or no, right? So you can hire me as your mentor for 2026. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to allow you guys to sign me up as your mentor at a zero cost if you join the academy. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by this. In the description below, there'll be a link to go to this page. Okay, this is a lead capture page. Okay, learn how to trade like a pro. Join our trading academy today. Classes start today. So you're gonna put in your best email address, please. No tire kickers. If this is not for you, please don't fill this out. But put your first name and your email address, and go directly to the next page. Watch a short presentation about the academy, and then sign up for the academy. Let me know you signed up for the academy, although I'll get an email notification letting me know that you signed up. And then I'm gonna train you, teach you, motivate you, encourage you to take the next step to becoming a successful Forex trader. Okay, because I do this full time, and going forward, I'm be creating a management team to work with the academy to bring new students onto the academy. And once I teach you how to duplicate my efforts as far as creating this particular page, I'll give you this page for absolutely free, so you can share it with the masses of future up and coming Forex traders, right? People who want to learn. And once they join the academy, you get rewarded with a referral bonus. That way, that bonus, you can use that money to trade with if you want, or start paying down your bills, or living the lifestyle you've always wanted, because it's a very lucrative referral bonus that you're going to get from the academy. Matter of fact, once you sign up 3 people through your referral link, you won't have to pay a single cent every month to be part of the academy. They would waive your membership fee every single month once you maintain 3 people, okay, 3 students that you brought on board, invited to join the academy. You won't have to pay your academy fees every single month, which is pretty nice. And on top of that, you're going to receive a nice bonus every single month as those students are learning, and you're bringing on new students. Your bonus will grow to higher levels. There's no guaranteed income, but I'm putting together a management team, and I encourage you to be part of that management team. I'm going to show you where you can find other Forex traders who are interested in learning how to trade. You want to put this particular lead capture page, is what it's called, in front of their eyeballs, and once they sign up, they'll be part of your community. So I'm actually building a community of like-minded individuals. I'm going to train you how to recruit others into the academy, all online. You won't have to leave your home for nothing. Social media is so massive that there are thousands and thousands of people looking to, earn an extra income, work from home, learn how to trade. So there's a lot of people out there, and so all you really got to do is fish where just have the right bait. This is the bait, and then you have to fish in a pond where there's fish that are hungry, and because once they see the bait and they opt in to become a student, you're going to be rewarded for that referral, and then our community is going to grow to the masses, and then we'll be all over the place, right? We'll be in different countries, we'll be in different states, because I want to take this global. So you're going to be a global ambassador. We're going to help this company bring on new students and get rewarded for doing so. So if that's something you want to do, go ahead and become a student. If you don't want to be part of the management team, it's okay. I will still train you, teach you, and educate you on how to approach the market, where to enter, where to exit. I'll share with you my trading strategy. I'll help you create your trading strategy, and we'll put together a game plan, and you'll either match and mirror my blueprint, or you create your own blueprint going forward, as far as executing trades, what to look for, and so on and so forth. So this channel next year is going to be about the academy, promoting the academy. I'm going to show you how to promote the academy. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks and marketing strategies to bring on new students, and you get rewarded for doing so. But at the same time, when you receive that reward, I'm going to teach you exactly what to do with it. Okay, because in my background, if you read my bio, I'm an ex-financial advisor / stockbroker, and I've helped many of people in my career how to plan for the future, because you do need to plan for the future, especially when you get into the golden years. You want to make sure you're living off your income, and instead of working for money, money's working for you, so that way you can pull out what you need to pull out to live the lifestyle you always wanted. Okay, so it's all about diversification. It's all about investing in other avenues. Okay, making enough money to live off of, and not let your investments pay for your lifestyle, instead of you going to work every day, living paycheck to paycheck. Change that strategy, because it's only you putting in those hours. Okay, but with investing, you have your dollars going to work for you, and they're in different pools, right? Different investments, different places to grow, right? And once that money starts to grow, and you start living off the interest of that money. Okay, if you got $1 million, and you invested in the market and you get 8% interest once a year, that's lowballing it, you could live off anywhere from 65,000 a year. Okay, and then you take that 65,000, now you have a skill set, you grow that to larger amounts through trading. Okay, and you diversifying and putting in maybe into crypto, buying cryptocurrency, maybe mutual funds, maybe dividend reinvestment funds to help that money grow even larger, or maybe purchasing real estate, right? Rental income, purchasing mutual funds, municipal bonds, CDs. So these are different strategies multimillionaires use to grow their money, and why can't you tap into those resources? And I'm going to share exactly how you can do that. That way you will never have to work for money ever again in your life, and let that money work for you. Okay, so if that's something that interests you, join the academy, but subscribe to the channel, come back often, share the channel with your colleagues, because like I said, I'm going to be building a community, and if you follow in my footsteps and create maybe a YouTube channel like myself, create a Facebook page like myself, create a community that I'm building like myself, if you tap into what I'm going to be teaching you and you do the same exact thing, there's no reason why you can't have a huge community of like-minded individuals doing the same thing. It's all about building a club. It's all about building friendships. It's all about building a community. Build it and they will come. Okay, so I encourage you to be part of my community. That way you and I can lock arms and strategize not only how to trade, right, but also bringing other people along in the journey. Okay, so get in the plane, let's take a trip and enjoy the journey together. So thanks everybody for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your colleagues. This 2026 is going to be the year that is going to be epic, and it's going to be a year that we all change our zip codes, if that's what you want to do. It's going to be a year where dreams do come true. Can't guarantee it, but the only guarantee I can give you that if you don't take action, nothing will happen. Okay, because now everybody, maybe yourself, including yourself, are setting New Year's resolutions. What is your 2026 going to look like? Okay, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. Okay, now you need to change what you're doing now to live a better lifestyle tomorrow, because you are where you are now based on decisions you made 5 years ago. So we just got to change those decisions, enhance our goals, set goals, have dreams to shoot for, because your goals are your stepping stones to get your dreams. So without a dream, how would you actually know what the goal is? So you have to set goals based on the dream you want. And if your dream is a luxury lifestyle, you have to set the appropriate goals. What are you going to do every single month? What are you going to do every single week? What are you going to do every single day? What are you going to do every hour? Okay, you break it down to the ridiculous, and you get to see exactly what strategy you need to put in place to add up to the point where 12 months from now, you have a different mindset, a different lifestyle, a different income. Okay, so these things have to be in place in order for you to take the appropriate actions to become successful. So you're going to learn a lot of that in the academy. There's over 200 plus videos to watch that will teach you how to trade. There's instructors in there, okay, that do live training, so you can tap into their classroom and take notes. There are traders that'll send you alerts, okay, somebody who's actually researching the market and comes and finds an opportunity to into the market, depending on the pair, right? Into the market, and they send you an alert through your cell phone. Wouldn't you want somebody to work on your behalf like that? That way you're at work and you see an alert and you decide whether or not you want to take the trade. Okay, I'll teach you how all that could benefit you going forward. All right, so let's team up for 2026. Join my community. Okay, practice the pattern, the trading pattern, and I'll end with that. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, I'll pull up the picture one more time. That way you guys can see it. This pattern is going to be your friend for 2026. This is going to set a lot of people on a different financial track next year, including myself. Okay, now will it be 100% win rate? No. Anticipate that. Nothing's guaranteed, but maybe 7 times out of 10 it can work. 6 times out of 10 it'll work. And then in those times, you can go ahead and add up the dollars. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, share it with your colleagues, and let's prepare for 2026 as winners. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.